If you are an established entrepreneur with an expertise, but you are struggling to consistently attract qualified buyers, this training is for you. Welcome back to another episode from visibility to clients, where every lesson is built on the previous one. Okay, so far I have talked about two things. Okay, I have talked about the three questions every buyer asks before they ever contact you. Okay, number two is why content need a purpose. And today I am going to be teaching you something deeper. Okay, I'm going to be teaching you why the best client need more than a social media post before they ever buy. Alright. So you might have thought to yourself, if you are this person, hey, you have been posting consistently, okay? You have been showing up, and you might have thought to yourself, why I am not getting the client? Why the people who are watching my content are not becoming client? Okay, why people watch and they never ever buy, or they never ever register for your event, or they never ever buy your $100 ticket to your event? Have you ever thought about that? Why these people that I am attract, I am tempted to attract, they don't become client? Okay, so today's training is going to solve that problem. Okay, so the problem that you think you are facing is um so those are the problems that you think you are facing, but the real problem you are facing, what I think most buyers simply they are not, or they have not spent enough time with you. They have not spent enough time with you from them to buy from a post. Okay, they have not experienced your expertise, and there is a big difference. Okay, let me go on my point. So point number one is attention is different than trust. Attention is different than trust. Okay, attention is only the beginning. Okay, trust is what creates clients. A real get attention. A post get attention. Okay, a short video get attention. But attention alone does not automatically build trust. Okay, it takes time. Okay, people don't just buy from one post. They have to experience it. They have to know you for a little bit. Okay, um, so you have to think about your own behavior. Just think about your own behavior. Have you ever watched somebody? Have you ever seen somebody for 30 seconds? And maybe you have thought to yourself, they are very interesting, okay? But you did not spend $2,000 on their offer, okay? You did not, okay? So now, now think about someone who have spent 45 minutes, 1 hour with you. Just think about it. Instead of you thinking about, oh, this person have not bought, or this amazing people that I am attracting have not bought any of my program or any of my service. They have not registered or whatever you are attempting to do. But instead of you doing that, think about someone that spent 45 minutes to 1 hour with you. Okay, when they do that, they they hear if you have done it. But in this case, if they hear you teaching, um, if they hear you teaching, okay, they begin to know how you think, okay, and that is when trust starts to grow. Okay, so you need trust. Never in my life I have bought anybody's program and have not spent enough time with them. Okay, like in all my life, I don't remember like buying from somebody who have who I have not spent time with them. Like mostly all of them have spent a long time with them, like at least a few masterclass, okay, with them, and that is when I begin to trust them and I buy, okay. And I want you to do this exercise with me from point number one, okay? So, where are you giving people enough time to experience your expertise? Okay, I'm going to give you 20 seconds for you to answer that. Awesome. So point number two is buyer need an experience. Buyers need an experience. People rarely remember every post that you do. Okay? People rarely remember every post. They will remember or they remember experience. Okay? They remember experience. Okay? They remember the workshop. They remember the masterclass. They remember the challenge. They remember the Q&A. Why? Because they participate. Okay, it's very important that you participate when you are attending masterclass. Okay, they were not scrolling on social media. They have or they invest attention. Okay, and whenever someone invests attention, they also begin to trust you. Okay, they also begin to trust you. You stop becoming another content creator. You become a teacher online. All right, and I am going to give you for every point. I am going to give you an exercise to do. Okay, so ask if I invite someone into a 45-minute workshop, what is one problem I will solve? Okay, if I invite someone, it might be your followers, might be the people you have on your email list. If you invite them into a 45-minute workshop, what is one problem that you will solve for them? Okay, don't think about 20 topic, 20 problems, only one. Think about one problem that you can solve and solve that problem. Maybe you can keep a script, but solve that problem over there. Be in abundance, don't be in lack like you need a sale, that's why you are doing that. No, you just be in abundance, create, solve the problem. Maybe you have a script, maybe from your program, maybe give something, solve the problem. Okay, so point number three is why I love virtual events. Okay, why I love virtual event. Not because I love Zoom, even though I do, but I love what happens inside. I love what happens inside the Zoom, inside the people who are attending my masterclass. They hear my convention. In this case, since I'm speaking about you, they hear your conviction, they hear your voice, they ask you questions, they see you solving the problem, they see you solving the problem, they leave thinking, hey, I learned something from this person, I learned something valuable, this person solved my problem. It doesn't have to be a big problem. Maybe it could be a problem like they are not converting. Maybe you have a script you can give them, and then later you get invited to your programs. Okay, and that is what creates buyers. All right, you give value. All right, you live in abundance. Okay, you don't need anything from anybody. You have everything. God created you with everything. So you give value because it's very important. Okay, so that's how you buyers, that's how they buy. After they experience you, after they experience your value, what you create for them, what you sell for them. And I'm also going to give you another exercise. So what problem can you teach in your workshop? Just like the previous one, but it's a little different. What problem can you teach in your workshop? Okay, instead of trying to explain through 20 different posts. Okay, what problem could you teach in one workshop? And then you can buy. This could be a bigger problem than the previous one, but you teach one problem and then you invite them to your bigger offer, to your offer. So point number 4 is better event compressed time. Better event compressed time. One social media might take someone 30 seconds. Okay, one social media post might take someone 30 seconds. Okay, but one workshop might keep them with you 1 hour. Okay, for 1 hour with you. Okay, in 1 hour, people will learn more about what you do than somebody who seen your post, somebody who watched your post. Okay, so better event compress month of relationship, building it in one experience, and that is very powerful if you can do that. All right. So I'm going to give you another exercise. Okay. If your ideal client spent 1 hour learning from you, what will you want them? What will you want them to believing? Okay, again, if your ideal client spent 1 hour learning for you, what will you want them to leave believing? All right, maybe 20 seconds for you to answer that. All right, let me see how long I have. All right. So point number 5 is every piece of content should lead somewhere. I will speak about that. Every piece of content should lead somewhere. Okay, this is something that changed everything for me. This is something that have changed everything for me. I stopped asking what should I post today. Okay, what should I post today? I start asking where do I want this person to go next? Where do I want this person to go next? So my content now has a destination. Okay, because I used to post, but I didn't give like a CTA. I didn't give anything for somebody to comment. But now, since I learned that from mentors, that's something that I learned, from myself. I always give credit to my mentors, the people who have learned from. Okay, so I always give a CTA. So you always need to give a CTA. Okay, from always all the things that I do always have a CTA. Okay, a workshop, a masterclass, whatever, a section. Um, my content is not random anymore. I always, guide people from where do I want them to go, okay? And I want to give you another exercise, okay? Uh, Ask, where is your content leading people? Where is your content leading people? If you can comment below, that would be helpful for you, okay? And everything that I have talked about this week leads here. Visibility get attention, okay? Content create curiosity, but experience create trust, and trust create clients. So inside the visibility to client accelerator, one of the sites that will be implementing is how to use virtual events experience, live event if you want to post. I mean, if you want to, that's one of the strategies that you can use. Okay, that's a system. Okay, so that's a system that we're gonna be creating a client acquisition system. Okay, so if you like my help implementing that system, I want you to comment the word visibility, or you can send me a message if you have questions about this offer that I am inviting people to. All right. If you have questions, you can comment the word visibility. Okay, or you can message me, and maybe you want to book a call with me. So the offer is only $2,000. It's my gift to you. It's an 8-week program where we're going to be implementing this system, okay, for you to build a system, to create a system to acquire, you know, customers, all right? And if you are ready, I'm going to drop the link here. If you're ready to jump in, you wanted to implement, because I want you to implement. I don't want you to just, I don't want you to just learn. Okay, I want you um, to implement, because that is the most important thing that you can do as a business owner. Implementation and everything that you do. Like if you are not going to implement, don't buy my offer, okay? But because I want implement, I want people to implement, okay? I want people to get the result, but they do need to do the work, okay? So you have to implement, you have to do everything I tell you to do, okay? So I want you to comment the word visibility if you have question, or if you're ready to jump into this $2,000 offer, my gift to you. All right, my gift to you. If you have question, you can book a call by messaging me, or you can drop the word visibility here. And that is all I wanted to share with you today. God bless you. Go and do something, implement something, go live, change somebody's life, solve a problem, be in abundance, give people stuff, solve problems, and I promise you it's going to pay off. Alright? That's what I wanted to share with you today. God bless you, and I see you in the next episode. Okay, God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.